Legend has it, we could be legends.
Hi everyone, welcome to Basetsana Rising Africa Business Review. Today we'll be reviewing Jazmine's business. She is the founder of Fierce Moi as well as Love Oils. So let's get to it. Welcome, Jazmine.
Thank you, Bessie. How are you?
I'm good.
Bessie, I'm loving your girl.
You do?
Yeah.
I dressed for the occasion.
I can see that. And you showed up, all right. Oh, girl, you showed up.
I have to respect the business. I get very, something about the protocol. Observe protocol. Yes.
Protocol observe.
Yes.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be talking about all things intimate, all things juicy, all things
Honey.
wet, all things sassy, all things.
Wow.
I'm waiting for you to jump in with something.
No, I'm okay.
Oh my God.
I don't know how I look, but I'm actually really excited to be here.
You don't look excited, but you will get excited.
No, I think I'm trying to contain myself because if I really show how excited I am,
Really?
it will.
I
yeah,
can
you're
really,
probably gonna
I
give
can
me-
really
you're gonna
imagine you
give me a-
reaching an orgasm. I hope this is not the look that you have when you reach an orgasm. Try to still compose yourself at the same time. No, girlfriend.
Okay.
Oh
So
my God.
thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Basi.
It's an absolute pleasure.
It's about time.
It's-
I've been
it's about
stalking you to have me as on the Bsetsana Rising, and I'm thinking, is it because I deal with dildos? Is it like what? Why is she not having me?
This is perfect. Obviously, we deal with women
Yeah.
and women empowerment. And
Definitely.
obviously, the reason why we're here today is to put your business out there and also to have you share more about what your business is really about.
Yeah.
So I just want you to share with our viewers, what is Tepo all about and what is her business about?
Okay. So Tepo is off stage name, okay? So
Tepo?
you said Tepo.
Wow, that is.
It's okay.
Where did I even get that from?
I forgive you. Have a sip of something over there.
Anyway.
So I'm sorry. I'm going to be
Jazmine.
touchy. I'm a very
Yeah,
touchy
you're a
person,
very
so I really
touchy
hope you
person.
don't mind. It's not that I'm fixing you. I just love to it means I'm very comfortable with
Okay.
you when I touch
Well,
you.
that's good.
So who is Tepo? Tepo is this young, vivacious, full of energy, curious, lover of life person. I am from Rustenburg in the Northwest Province. I'm been married for just about 10 years now. Happily married. Let's just
Make it
And
clear.
that-
Make it clear.
yeah, to one of the most wonderful human beings on the planet. Career-wise, I'm a scientist by background.
You're a scientist.
I'm a scientist.
Wow.
I know. Imagine me in a lab coat, and then
So-
I take it off.
So from scientist to
yes,
this.
I was a scientist by day and a sexologist and intimacy coach and sexpert by night.
Wow.
So,
It all comes
ultimately,
together.
at the end of the day, I figured that this is actually where my heart lies, is my passion, and I made a decision to just embark into it.
How did you start with this? Where did it come from? The whole business concept.
My husband got me into it.
Your husband. Wow. How many husbands? This I want to
Okay,
hear.
so I'll just start from the very beginning of my journey of being very interested in intimacy, sexual health, sexual pleasures and desires and whatnot. So let's just go back to being a teenager growing up,
Okay.
and I think you will also relate so as many other women. And I don't want to say women of color because we all go through pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Majority of us growing up from the 1980s.
Yes.
Okay.
Certain things we don't talk about,
yes,
certain things we don't
yeah.
watch. Like, yeah.
So I grew up being told or not being comfortable to talk about sex and intimacy with our parents. I mean, these things you kind of find them along the way, and you share information with your friends.
Yeah.
Others have, they teach you how to.
They start in the streets and end in the streets.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't bring them home.
Exactly. So I like to call myself a late bloomer.
Okay.
Because I'm one of those who kind of broke their virginity a little bit late in time.
What is late? Do we have
Late
to
as in like, I think I was 19 years old
Okay.
when I broke my virginity. Yeah, so my peers by the time, they were already in the swing of,
Flourishing.
in the swing of things.
Experiencing different styles and
Yeah,
so forth.
you know what I
were
mean?
still
I was still trying to
starting.
figure it out.
Yeah.
And the only reason I did that is because I didn't want to start varsity being a virgin. and I wanted to pick the right person to break my virginity. So I had to ask my ex-boyfriend then to break my virginity, but that's not the whole story.
Yeah.
So one of the things that happened, because I met my husband in varsity, so being sexually active with him, I had to go through, I don't know what was going on, but I started bleeding. Went to the doctor, they couldn't figure out what the hell is going on with me, so gynecologist and whatever. So I was taking antibiotics and whatnot, and nothing could help, okay? I couldn't even go to my mother about this story, okay?
So you had constant bleeding.
I did have constant bleeding. It will stop and then it will start again. So I'll tell you how it was happening, where I had to now find myself sitting and telling my mother about this. So one time I went to a different gynecologist. So I figured, let me try a different doctor.
Yeah.
And this was a male doctor. So I was used to having a female gynecologist. So now I went to a male gynecologist. I wouldn't say it was the worst thing that, like male gynecologists are not good, but that one was a horror movie for me.
Really?
Yeah. So I got there. Remember, now I'm a varsity student. Yes. So he deals with a lot of young females who come into his surgery with stories. Yes. So he just treated all of us like yucky. You didn't feel welcomed. You didn't feel like he just made you feel very dirty about what you're doing. So I don't know if all gynecologists have that, but it was the first time I experienced going into a gynecologist's office, and they have those beds. It's like a BDSM bed, like a sex bed. It's not a sex bed, but it looks like a sex bed where you lie on your back, and then they put up your legs, and then they just tie them up in the air like that. Yeah, so he got me onto the bed.
50 Shades of
50
Grey.
Shades of Grey, honey. That's what. But that was before we even knew about 50 Shades of Grey. So I sat there. So he said, okay, lie there and whatever. So after I take off my clothes, obviously you put on that gown thing. I said, okay, lie in this bed. He grabs my legs, put them up like that. Not communicating with me, because I told him that I'm experiencing bleeding. There would sometimes be abdominal pains, but not so much. They come and go. I don't know what's going on. So he takes that, I don't know what is called in the medical industry or terms, that metal thing that they put inside of your vagina. You know what I'm talking about. If it was a man, then I had to be like, don't worry, let it go. But you know.
No, I know.
I know you've been in those rooms, okay? So he puts it inside of me, and it's like, okay, have you ever done an abortion before?
What? Is that? Well, that was the first.
That was, yeah. Have you done an abortion before? No, he actually said, have you ever been pregnant? I'm like, no. It's like, no. I'm like, he said, have you ever done an abortion before? And I said, no. And I have never done an abortion before. And he's like, no, I've never done an abortion before. If I had already told him that maybe it's one of those that is causing me to be experiencing what I'm experiencing. So I said, no. And it's like, have you ever been pregnant? I'm like, no, I've never been pregnant. That man lost it on me, telling me that I'm a liar. How dare I lie to him? What? If I don't tell him the truth, he can't help me.
Is this what kind of doctor is this? Is this like a medical doctor?
He's a girl. Girl, I did not go into the proper medical.
Oh my word.
That
must have been an experience.
It was a horrible experience, because I'm thinking to myself, I don't know what other truth you want from me. And at that time, my legs are wide open. They're in the air. I got this metal thing inside of my vagina. This dude is very angry with me, telling me that I have done an abortion.
And you're here for help.
And
yeah, you're looking for help, not interrogation.
I just wanted to get the hell out of there. If I was not tied up and I didn't have a probe inside of my vagina, I would have walked away. And I'm thinking to myself, what a horrible, horrible experience. So he can't help me because he says I'm lying, right? He gives me some pills. I never even drank those, because I'm like, this person is going to kill me, because I don't even know what he gave me. Yeah. So I'm feeling stuck now. I can't talk to my parents. I can't talk to a professional so he can help me. So I'm stuck. I don't know what else to do. Okay. I'm still experiencing this bleeding. You understand? Okay. Until now, I had to... So my mother kind of saw that I've been going to gynecologist, and it's like, what is the problem?
On the medical report.
Yeah. Because the medical aid and whatnot. So she's thinking, what's cooking, young lady? And then I had to tell her, like, okay, mom, I've been bleeding and whatever. So now, what was starting to happen was I will not bleed, I'll be okay. But then every time I'll have sexual intercourse with my boyfriend / now husband, I'll start bleeding. You see? So now I have to tell her that, like, okay, so I've been, like, you know, so it's like, okay, what happens? Are you consistently bleeding or whatever? So I had to tell her that
I bleed when this
actually I bleed every time after you know, sex. I do bleed, you know what I mean? And she actually took it pretty good.
Nice.
Like, she handled it like a loving mother.
Yeah.
And took me to our family doctor. I couldn't even go to the family doctor because I figured he was gonna tell so much for what do you call this? Doctor patient's confidence. Yeah.
Yes.
So I think he was. I was just afraid that he was gonna end up telling my mother. So my mother took us went with me to our family doctor.
Okay.
A very wonderful, you know, fatherly man also, who took it so well also, and he tried and checked, and then they couldn't figure out what was going on. And let me tell you, they did blood tests because I was starting to also be sick. I was throwing up. I was losing a lot of weight. I was just a mess. And ultimately, at the end of the day, they actually found that I was just bulimic at that time.
Okay.
And I was lacking iron and whatever. So it was really messing up with me. So it had nothing to do with sex.
Wow.
What I was going through, I had nothing to do with sex.
Okay.
You know, so that was the first bad experience and a gap that I saw when it comes to sex and sexuality. We don't talk about it. We are afraid of bringing it up. You don't even know where to start. Half the time, even when you're talking to an adult, it's like, you know, you know, you shouldn't be playing. Yes, you end up being asking the wrong people and getting the wrong advice. There are myths that we that are flying around, and people just grab them. I will tell you, for an example, with myths. I was talking to another gentleman who was consulting with me, and he asked me that women with longer labias, right? Does it mean that it is promiscuous women? You know, it's not like that.
It's obviously lack of sexual education.
Yeah, so I mean, and we all have different shapes and sizes when it comes to how our genitals look. So others, they will have longer labias, others, but it has nothing to do with the amount of sex that you are having.
So speaking of that, is that what the business also entails? Because I think the majority of us, you know, when we think about intimacy coach, or not even intimacy coach, when we see products, sex toys, we always think it's always about pleasure and you helping me to reach my orgasm, and in order for me to reach them, I must have toys, I must have this, and that's where it ends.
Yeah.
But it sounds to me like there's more to it. Is there?
No, there's definitely more to it. With my line of work, I cover sexual health, and yeah, I do. I mean, if you're gonna I'll give you an example of a lubricant. A lot of people don't understand why I have to use a lubricant. They think something is not right with me, and little do they know, every woman does experience what we call vaginal dryness. And when you have intercourse, when you are dry, what happens is you experience what we call vaginal scarring. You tear up. Okay, it means because during that friction, your skin was tearing, so that opens room for vaginal bacteria infection. Woman? Majority of the women do experience vaginal dryness. It can be caused by many things. It can be medication, can be hormonal changes. It can be because you're not properly aroused. You know, so it's not that there's anything wrong with you, but you find that you just experiencing being dry, or sometimes you may find that you were nice and wet in the beginning during foreplay, and then when you start, and then you reach an orgasm, and then he's still going on. You're like, good grief, what the hell have I got myself into? So my point is with the vaginal health, it means now it has opened room for bacterial infections. You know, so now it changes your vaginal fluid. Now you have odors, you've got thicker, smelly discharges and whatnot. Now you have to go to a gynecologist who's gonna give you antibiotics and things like that, where you could have just gotten a lubricant. So there's nothing wrong with having a lubricant with you. Keep it by the what do you call the bedpost over there, just in case you experience being dry, and different kinds of lubricants. So that's what I do. So I teach women why it's important to use a lubricant or to be lubricated, and the different types of lubricants. You find your everyday lubricants, or your playful one. You find your water-based one. You find oil-based. You get silicone. Where I'll say if you're gonna be using a toy, don't get a silicone one because most of the toys are made out of silicone.
So,
or even a condom that silicone is gonna tear up.
Yes.
Yeah. So people don't understand the connection between sexual health and everything is very connected.
Wow.
So it's not just all sleazy, or even toys. I mean, some toys are for therapy. You can use them for therapy. Wow. For women that let's say maybe somebody is feeling, let's say now somebody's dating a man who's quite well endowed, or in a relationship with a man who's well endowed. You find that intercourse is very painful. So we will give you a bit of a vibrator or a dildo that has a girth in it, like a thicker girth, so that you get used to that size.
So the vibrator, they use it while they
you can use it while you're taking your bath for yourself. That's if you're using it for therapy. But if you're still gonna come, so if you still come at the same time, hallelujah, abulegile masango.
Now, my question is, obviously, I'm sure you deal with a lot of females who come to you
and men actually.
Now that's where my question is in terms of tradition. You find that obviously there's different traditional backgrounds, and Zulu, Xhosa, Tswana.
Yeah.
Have you seen a gap between the relationship of having sex toys in the bedroom and men being open to them, to saying, listen, okay, this is my partner, we both need help, and we both want to enjoy and have pleasure in this relationship, so therefore I am open to having some toys in the bedroom or introducing new things? Or do you find often that men shy away and women find themselves in a dilemma where they just don't know what to do?
It's a bit of everything that you just mentioned right now. It's a bit of just everything you mentioned, and part of that can be misunderstanding, lack of knowledge, because there are also preconceived ideas when it comes to sex toys. I mean, how we grew up, we knew that sex toys, you only find them in that shop with dark windows.
Yes.
In that
always
window.
like, don't look, don't pass,
you don't even want anybody to see you going in there, you only see them in porn videos and things like that. So when you look at sex toys, they were always associated with
bad,
something,
wrong.
you know what I mean? But when you look at the history of sex toys, actually it was used for health reasons for women. And then from there, when the porn industry started to get into motion pictures, I mean, they wanted something else to spice up and make things interesting. That's when now they started to bring in vibrators and whatnot. But then it was actually used, it was called a vaginal stimulator at that time. So it was used for health reasons. So people do not understand that. Another thing with toys is people tend to bring the wrong toys. I mean, for instance, if I can just show you this one. Half the time people are like, okay, what the hell is that? Which part goes where?
Exactly.
What's going on? So my job is to educate people. First of all, educate people about why a dildo, why a vibrator, and I give you an opportunity to go on a journey to discover your own sexual pleasure and desire, and give yourself permission, because people don't give themselves permission to go on this journey. So give yourself permission, because I always say sexual pleasure is your human right.
Yes.
It's your human right. And you need to define that for yourself, not your partner, but you.
Wow.
So part of you going into this journey of discovering what gives you pleasure, what are your desires, then I connect you to different tools. So if somebody will say, I actually would like to experience, I've never actually experienced what do you call this? An internal orgasm, meaning G-spot orgasm. I'm not then going to, then I know which toy to give to you, and I'll tell you just how to start off with it. And another thing, if you've never made love to yourself alone like this, without toys, without anything, I will not give you toys.
Okay.
Because I want you to first make love to yourself. Just love. I call it self-care.
Yes.
It's self-love. It's self-care. Others, they call it masturbating, but I say, masturbating has a negative connotation attached to it.
Yes.
But if you say it's self-love, I'm making love to myself, why must I wait for somebody else to come and love on me when I can love on myself?
Absolutely.
And women who actually do make love to themselves, and women who use vibrators, they are very liberated women when it comes to sexuality, because now they understand their body. Are you one of them? Is that why you're going there?
No, I'm just rooting for.
Also, if you're not one of them, you better get on board with me. Okay, we need to fix that. So so it's easier for these women to navigate their partners to go into areas where they know it gives them pleasure. It's easier for them to vocalize the different body parts, or how fast you want it, the kind of pressure you want. You're no longer shying away when it comes to your sexual pleasure, because now you're owning it. And it takes away where now you have to put up with painful intercourse, because you don't want to hurt his face. But it's painful. I mean, if you're experiencing pain and you don't like it, then that means it's your body saying something is not right. So you need to stop and try something else. So yeah,
I'm so excited now. I'd love to see some of your toys. I don't know if you can maybe share them.
I'm always stacking.
You're always ready.
I'm always sticking something in my purse, in my bag, in my boobs.
I'm really eager to. I mean, we've seen vibrators, but I think, like you're saying, we know the general thing. Probably maybe the wrong information.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
We just know. You just put it in there, and
then you wait.
From what you see in the movies, you're like, So I think now, and I think my viewers as well are probably thinking, wow, now I really want to know more about these products. And I would love for you to just share what you have.
Yeah. So my products range from Bath and Beauty. So I didn't bring everything. There's more to my catalog than what I just brought here. So what I brought here, I call it the honeymoon package. Okay? And self-care package. So you can either have this package as just for yourself, for solo play. I call it solo play. Wow. You know, one man party.
Yes.
Okay? All right? Or then when I say a honeymoon package is when you're going to be going away with your partner. Because what I've also noticed with holidays, couples will be going away, but they have an itinerary for everything else.
Yes,
but never for the bedroom.
Wow.
No, they don't. So you don't know on day 2, day 3, day 4, what is your plan when it comes to the bedroom stuff? You know, you just want to buy a lingerie. What is your plan with that lingerie?
Do you know, this is so relatable?
It's
so relatable. We plan everything else but
the bedroom. You know, and the next thing you find yourself watching TV, and not time for TV when you are away with your partner.
Speaking of that, I was listening to an interview of yours. Yeah, I'm a fan.
Interview of mine?
Yes.
Okay.
You were on radio. I think you do a slot or something.
What, Power FM?
Yes, it was Power FM.
Power FM, okay.
Power FM. And you were talking about how you can actually have sex dates with your partner.
Yes.
You know, because sometimes I think we get so busy and you forget. It's now 6 months and you married and you're not having...
like, time flies.
Yeah, time flies. Now I'm busy and, you know, so...
Children there.
Yeah, speaking of that, self-care, self-love.
Yeah, self-care. So, let me just take out everything that I got in here. Exciting stuff. It's so exciting.
With everything you've said today, the education behind it, the fact that you can actually use it as a therapeutic process as well. I'd love to know, or maybe if you can take us through some of your products.
Yeah. So my product line, it ranges from bath and beauty, foreplay, lubricants, and bedroom accessories. And when I say bedroom accessories, I'm not talking about comforters and pillows, ne? Let's not get that confused. Okay? I'm talking about your vibrators and your dildos. And yes, there is a difference between a vibrator and a dildo. People like to just think this is one and the same thing.
Okay.
That's not. It's not the same thing. So
I know, but I know.
In terms of bath and beauty, I prefer to also call it self-care or self-love. Like I said, this whole package, it's a self-care package, and also you can use it for honeymoon or holiday with your partner. Okay, so you can have a solo play, okay, one man party, or you can also invite somebody to join you in that party. Okay, so when you have a package like this, we do have a lot more variety, but I just choose it because I know it's what's moving a lot. In when it comes to self-care, self-love, and also to create fun between couples and a bit of connection. And just to have, or to even increase or take your level of your intimate moments to the next level, and just to add a little bit of spice. So as much as
self-care, but you can also, even with a partner, he can also...
Yes. Right. So I'm going to talk about this one first. Okay, this is our body scrub. Okay, it smells good. It is also infused with essential oils. Can you smell it? It smells
smells
divine.
amazing.
It's got a beautiful citrusy smell to it. It's not too rough.
Yeah.
So when you are going to be spending time in the bathtub, you know, you can have your favorite bath foam in there and just enjoy just spending time and just scrubbing your whole body with this. Not only is it good also for your skin, but you also get to touch your own body. When was the last time you actually sit and spend time just touching your skin and feeling every little thing? And because it's also a body scrub, it removes all the dead cells, so you get to now produce new skin cells, so your skin will be glowing. It's going to be nice and soft for your person to touch, or even for yourself to touch, which is awesome. Or then you can also involve your partner when you guys are taking a bath together. This is not now those baths where no, it's not. It's an intimate time for the both of you. And ladies, let me give you a little secret, okay? Moments like that, when you're both relaxed and you're busy, he's just scrubbing your back, or he can be doing your legs, you know what I mean? That's the perfect time to bring up those sensitive conversation. If something has been, because you know certain things, it's all about timing and environment. So if you know something has been bothering you, or there's something you want to talk about, there is a bit of a sensitive conversation, this is the perfect time to talk about it. If you know that, you know, you want that car, now you know he's nice and soft, now you can bring it up, because everybody is in a lovey-dovey mood. Everybody's so relaxed. You are loving on each other. Nobody's fighting anybody, you know. So it's in a very soft and loving environment at that time. So it's very good also for communication and to improve touch, for your person to actually touch, because what happens with couples also is, in a long-term relationship, they stop touching. In the beginning, you couldn't stop touching each other. Oh my God, baby. Ooh. Okay, I'm sorry.
You're very touchy, so
you can't stop kissing. You can't stop touching each other. You're kissing each other's necks. You're just all over each other. But after, you know, being in a relationship, and then there's kids, and then there's bills, you stop touching. The only time you actually touch each other is when you are going to have a penis inside your vagina. That's the only. The moment he touches you, you're like, oh, but I'm constipation. Because you know, penis is coming. So it actually teaches your partner that it's okay that you guys can touch without having to end up with intercourse. Or sex for that matter. And you can actually have some water play. And also the nice thing also about our products, our vibrators, they are waterproof. So you can actually bring them in whether you are having solo play. Oh yes, honey. So whether you're having solo play, you can just love on yourself and they travel well all over the body. From head to toe. So so they're awesome. They are so awesome for that. So that's the
body scrub.
The body scrub that you can also use it for that, in terms of like intimate moments by yourself or with your partner. And like I said, it's got essential oil, so it's quite nice and oily. So even after that, you don't have to put lotion or whatever, because you'll be nice and oiled up. And you can actually now take it into the bedroom, and he can give you a nice massage, or you give him a very beautiful massage. If you guys are so nice and relaxed and you get turned on while doing massage, why not? Why not take it all the way? If you're not going to be starting from the bathroom with our body scrub like into the bathtub, then you can actually then maybe start with the massage oils and whatever, if you want to spoil your partner with a nice either full body massage or just a neck and shoulder. Oil. This is a nice massage oil that is made from hemp. It is made from hemp, Our Love Oil products, you can open it. Yeah, you can open it. So our Love Oil products are made from cannabis. They are cannabis infused. So if you're going to be looking at some of our pleasure oils, they are made from hemp also, which is it's got a very great
this smells really
benefits, health benefits also. It's what? Say that again.
It smells really good.
It does smell good. You know, it does smell good, and it's nice.
It's not overwhelming.
Beautifully.
It's really nice.
It's very calming, so that you can actually relax very beautifully. Okay, so now we're done with playing in the water and giving each other a nice massage. So that's the part of self-care. Now we had moved on now to foreplay. So now I have already covered self-care, self-love, and also foreplay. Yes, because foreplay is just warming you up and connecting with your partner. There's couples actually need to spend more time doing foreplay than anything else. So it actually does help in terms of stimulating your partner, playing with your partner. So now we're just going to move on to the next category, the third category, which is our lubricants. So remember I told you we've got our everyday lubricants and playful lubricants.
Yeah.
So everyday lubricants are just lubricants that you can use literally every day. Okay, so we've got our oil-based one, we've got our water-based one. So depending on the situation that's happening or activity, like I said, if you look at the water-based lubricant, it's not so very friendly when it comes to the toys because it does dry up. You see, as compared to your oil-based lubricant. So I'm going to start off with our water-based lubricant. The nice thing about water-based lubricant, it feels just like you. It feels the same texture as your natural body fluid. It's got the same pH as your vaginal fluid. That's the water-based lubricants that you can use each and every day. You can use it to also insert a tampon if you use a tampon. So it's very good, like I said, for your vaginal health. Research actually shows that over 90%, 96%.
Because if you put the tampon.
You see, so research shows that over 96% of women, they prefer to be nicely lubricated, which is true because I'm yet to meet a woman who says, oh my gosh, I love dry sex. The drier, the better. Bring it on. So I've never met such a woman, you know. When you're nicely and lubricated, it's comfortable.
They mustn't spit. They must buy this.
Please don't use spit.
Yeah,
I know
don't
people
spit.
have wanted to use spit. They use Vaseline,
baby
oils and whatnot. Try and find anything lubricants that will not affect your vaginal pH, because that's where the problem is. You understand? Yes. And then with spit, remember you got also your own natural microflora, your mouth, and you ate stuff. You ate curry. You had sweets. Now you're spitting in my vagina, so it's got sweet in it. It's got sugar in it. Now you end up having yeast infections and maybe for example hot wings. See, now he comes and spit. Now easy. So so try and avoid spit as much as you can, and you don't know if somebody also has an infection in the mouth. You understand? Like your candida and whatnot, and then he spits on you. Now he's infected you. So it's for vaginal health. Rather avoid spit and use the right lubricants, which is either your water base or your oil base. So I'm not going to go into details about that. That's why I do sessions for women or couples. Either in a workshop or a one-on-one consultation, so that I can explain to them and understand how the relationship is running, and then I can say, okay, for you guys, what can work is this one, right? And then for our playful lubricants, which for oral affection, you know what oral affection is. Bassie, I'm talking to you.
Yes, honey, I'm like...
You're like so sold, you're like, I'm here.
Like, this is right.
So I deliberately call it an oral affection or an oral favor because I believe so much in the power of the tongue. You know, if you speak it and say it's a favor or it's an affection, in your mind it's like, I'm serving you, you're serving me, it's an affection, or it's a favor because, you know what, you've been such a sweet partner, so I'm going to give you a favor.
Nice.
You know, and like if you say it's a blowjob, ooh, Sham, it's there with the dishes and the laundry. It's a chore and it's a blowjob. He's got a job. But when we say it's an oral favor and affection,
so true.
then it registers differently in your head. So so you want to service or you want to receive that pleasure. I know a lot of women are quite particular with their vaginal taste, or they'll say, I don't think I like my odor. We all know vagina does not smell like roses and lavender. It's got its own unique, beautiful erotic smell. And we're talking about very healthy functioning vagina, right? So if you're one of those women who go like, I don't like it when he goes down on me because I'm not comfortable, you know, because I don't know how my vagina tastes like. Okay, you must actually taste your own fluid so that you know. And so what you can do, you can actually use this flavored lubricant. I'm going to apply a little bit on you. I'm going to apply it just here. But when I said on you, I saw you were worried. Don't worry, you can keep your panties on. Okay, just rub it in beautifully over there on your arm. Okay, so imagine this is your partner. To have a female partner, it gets nice and warm. So imagine if he's giving you a nice sensual massage. So predominantly, a lot of people, their erogenous areas, it's behind the ears, on the neck here, or just the trail of your spinal cord. So imagine he's gonna be having this on your spine, on those areas. Well, I'm not going do you there.
Oh, okay,
I'm just trying to
okay.
demonstrate. So what I want you to do, I want you to bring your arm here and just give it a nice blow. Very, very beautiful. Not your
my
breath.
word.
Oh, feel that, okay? Now I want you to lick it and blow it.
Lick it,
and
okay.
lick it. Yeah. Don't lick like a dog drinking water. Give it a beautiful lick and then just blow on it. You see? How does it taste like?
Wow.
Yeah. It's this beautiful dessert. So you don't even have to prepare dessert after dinner. Okay? You can be like, baby, what's for dessert? Oh, honey, it's me.
This is...
And
Jeez.
the hot one. It's beautiful. So it brings a beautiful...
He's also going to enjoy while...
He also, yes. So you're going to apply it. So... This is James.
Okay,
James is my model.
Nice
So
to
I
meet
normally
you.
use James to demonstrate to couples.
Okay.
And by the way, ladies, when you are bringing a toy into your relation to the bedroom, thou shalt not bring James. Okay?
Why not?
Because men do not take lightly to James.
Oh.
James looks like them, and sometimes James is bigger than them, and James never gets tired. You understand? So I say do not bring James.
Yes.
Unless it's you guys have spoken about it and he's okay with it, and also maybe you bring it, you're doing it for therapy. Okay, then you can bring James.
So
but
James is
if
for
you
me
want,
and
for
me
you
alone.
and you alone.
Okay.
Okay, it's yeah, no.
Yes, that
Understand?
makes sense.
So what you will do with this, you apply it, ladies. The penis is the whole thing. It's not just the head or the head and shaft. Oh, it's got these little friends at the back here. We always forget the friends at the back here, okay? They are part and puzzle of the penis,
Yes,
all right?
okay.
So when you apply it everywhere. And the nice thing about also using this hot oil, beautiful lubricant that tastes
so
awesome.
soft,
Okay,
yeah.
you're not going to apply it like that on
No,
your partner, right? You're
no.
not going to be like,
No.
just checking, Basi, just checking. And I know a lot of ladies also, they never know what to do with the friends at the back here at the bottom. So, but when you have applied this nice, delicious, warm oil, flavored warm oil, and it doesn't have sugar, so you're not going to end up with yeast infections and all those funny things, all right? So what you are doing, you are now forced to also lick and blow and incorporate, because you didn't know what to do with it.
Yes.
So now you have to be licking it all off and blowing it, and it feels a beautiful warm sensation down there and whatnot. So just incorporate
So just
everything.
to understand, this I can use it on
You
on
can use
him.
it on him, you can use it
put
on
it-
you.
okay.
And on you, remember ladies, also your nipples are very sensitive, so you can also
Okay.
put it on your nipples.
nice.
Okay?
Yeah.
Another slot, when Basi invites me, I will show you how to incorporate this and a whip. Okay?
Woo!
So Alright? So when it comes to you, like I said, on your nipples, and also if you're very sensitive on your neck, you can actually put it on your neck also.
Let
so
me
it can
try that
give you
on my nipple.
beautiful. As long as you don't mind showing off your nipples, and you got beautiful girls.
I do.
Yeah, so I don't know if you're okay with showing them to everybody.
No.
Like,
Not that kind of party.
it's not that kind of party. So when it comes to you, all right, he's going to apply it on your vaginal lips.
This looks like a vagina.
It is a vagina. Oh, honey, this is how you look like. Isn't it beautiful? Look at this beautiful rose. Look at this
It
flower.
actually looks
it's
like a flower.
beautiful flower. Orchid, honey. It's beautiful, all right? So he's going to apply it on your vaginal lips and also on your clitoris, just all over, so that when he goes down and it's blowing and it's sucking, you feel the same warm, nice sensation. And because it tastes so delicious, he's going to spend a little bit more time down there. You just sit and you enjoy.
And we love that.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So, this is how you can actually bring the flavored lubricant for foreplay. Like I said, it's not necessarily for every day, but it's for playfulness when you just want to bring spices into the bedroom. Okay. So now when it comes to the toys, I got the his and I got the hairs.
Okay.
The hairs, this is for you ladies, and this is for his. I'm going to start with this one. This is a beautiful, nice egg. All right. Snuggles up. All right. So I'm going to put a nice lubricant on it. Can you handle James for me?
Okay.
Hello, James. This is
Hello,
Basi.
James.
All right.
It's safe.
And then you can use whatever lubricant you want. If you know that you're gonna want to also bring your tongue and everything else, then you can use a flavored lubricant. Okay. So this is one of the flavored lubricant that we have. So what I always tell my clients is just apply this on your arm, on your hand. Okay. Make a T so that it actually gets. So during foreplay, when you guys are playing, it actually rubs off very beautifully. Okay. And then you're going to put some. Tastes delicious. I know. Okay. You're also going to put some in here, so that it will glide in beautifully and be generous, because we want him to really, really enjoy himself, okay? So what you do, you put it nice on him, and you start to gently just rub on him. Whoo, child, he'll be giving you credit card PIN numbers, you know. He gets to have so much fun. And you know, sometimes when you're giving him there's a job. I call it a hand job, okay?
Yeah.
Because it is it works your hand.
Yeah.
But when you use this, it actually, because of the sensation of the layers that we have inside, it stimulates him even more and much more. So he can't help it but to come quickly. This is when you're like, I'm not in the mood. I don't want to give you an oral affection. I don't want intercourse. I just want to help you so that you can just, so I can fall asleep. So you just rub it up and down. We got even bigger ones that you can actually use on him if you want to feel differences, like different layers inside. So they're very different. And sometimes when you're giving your partner an oral affection or you're doing a hand job, when he's about to ejaculate, you have that moment of like, okay, where you gonna be coming? You can't come on my sheet, you can't come on me, and we know men don't like to come on themselves, right?
Yeah.
So with this, the beautiful thing, now he's good, he has so much fun. Oh my, and this is it stretches all the way down. So just because I'm just ending it goes all the way, boom.
Nice.
You see? So now when he's like reached his destination, like hallelujah,
Yeah.
so what happens to his sperms? It's stuck in here,
Okay.
right? And you just pull it up beautifully, and then all the sperms are in here. You give it to him. It is his juices, right? Now I've done my part, thank you. Then he can go and discard it. But if you also, like I said, because it tastes so delicious, when you are busy doing that, you can also just bring your lips and just blow, and it's nice and warm, and you know it's just divine when you use it. Okay, so this is for him, for his pleasure. All right, I think one of the toys for hers, before we can get to this one, now let's put James away, because James, we're done with him. Okay, I know, and it doesn't stick. Can you notice that it doesn't stick? It's just, it does not stick. I think I forgot. Oh yeah, here it is. This is the hers. Okay, so we got two types of hers. So the hairs, we've got this little snuggly duck over here. All right, I always recommend this one for all toy versions. If you've never used a toy before and you like to start using a toy, I'll say start with this one. Okay, turn it on. Don't disappoint me. And there we go. And it is on. Can you feel that? All right. So what happens is your partner, if you're going to be taking a bath by yourself, like I said, you can use it in the bathtub, or you can use it in the shower, or the neighbor's pool. So
the neighbors. Okay.
Oh, Bessie, live a little. Okay. So when he's busy doing foreplay, he can be down on you and stimulate your nipples with this. Or while he is busy just having foreplay with you, he can actually start to stimulate. Where's my vagina? Okay. Ooh. What he can do is stimulate your vaginal lab, your labias, and your clitoris. You don't want him to put it directly on your clitoris because it's very sensitive. Remember, clitoris got about 8,000 nerve endings, so it's very, very sensitive. So you want him to just move it around. The beautiful thing about using this yourself, you know the kind of pressure and the speed that you want, which is awesome. So this is for you. You can use it by yourself, or you can use it with him. Or while you are busy incorporating, you using that on him, he can be using this on your clitoris. Like have a 6-9 position. You know the 6-9 position, right? You can be doing the 6-9 position. Okay, so if you are now have upgraded to the next level when it comes to using vibrators, then you can use what we call a dual vibrator. Okay, so this is going to go and stimulate your vagina, your G-spot, and then this is going to be stimulating your clitoris. Okay, I'm not going to go too much into that, but if you're going to be playing together, so you can have yourself a working talking vibrator, you've got this one. Okay, because with this, you kind of whisper sweet nothings to you, but he's gonna give you a good orgasm. All right, multiple. And then this one, then you know that he can whisper things in your ears, and you know everything is incorporated. So what happens is you apply. This is now your boo. Okay, you apply a lubricant on him. The way you are holding James, hold him with a lot of love. There we go. And he looks so happy. Look at him. Very happy. Very, very
Always happy though.
Always very happy. So what I have here is what we call control ring. Other people call it a cock ring, but I'm a lady, so I call it a control ring. Okay? Others, if you're going to use medical terms, will say it's a constrict ring. Because it just slows down the blood. movement on the penis, so he can actually
this
be
is
nice and
Filipino,
hard.
okay.
It is. Okay, so like I said, this is our couple's toy.
Okay.
Yeah. So what you do, you're going to apply nice lubricant on him so that it actually glides on him beautifully. So it's gonna sit like that. Actually, also this was supposed to go on like that. It's gonna go like that. You see? It's nice and snuggled up on him. You turn it on. I remember you had it on. Ooh, feel that.
Wow.
I know, right? So when it's vibrating here, it's making his shaft also vibrate. So this little knobs over here, they are there to stimulate your clitoris.
Oh, I
Okay? Yeah, because your clitoris is going to be sitting right beautifully on. No, not upside down like that.
No,
So,
I'm just...
But you get, yeah.
He's gonna be...
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I
so
get you.
my-
It just looks so
yeah,
weird because
yeah,
you're
it does.
pointing me.
Oh.
Be like, I gotta see. Yeah. Yeah, so it's going to be like that. And now he's going to be stimulating your clitoris, and while he's inside, remember I said this is also vibrating, so you feel him beautifully vibrating inside of you, and he's also enjoying the sensation. Now if you want to take things to the next level, if he is comfortable with that, that's why I just want to switch this off in the meantime so that you can see this better. You're going to take the bigger ring, okay, and you're going to pull it. Remember, he's not as hard as this, okay? So it's not going to be like this. So you're going to take this and take them all the way around so that they can sit just under his prostate, just by his prostate.
But it doesn't hurt him.
No, it does not hurt him.
Okay.
And men are also very stimulated at the back, just by the anus. So it actually sit there.
Wow.
So while it's vibrating, it's also stimulating him over here. So, ooh. Do you understand? So you both come beautifully.
Wow.
And because it's constricting the blood flow, he's not going to come very quickly. So everybody is happy.
Oh, really?
Yes. No, he's not going to come quickly. It's going to be nicely delayed. Okay? So let me just put him here because I can see you're very fascinated and you want to take it home with you right now. So, so the last two products I'm going to talk about is our Black Bull. Our Black Bull is an energy shot. It's a sexual energy shot. Sometimes you're like, oh my God, I'm just tired, or that. Just take this, and it's gonna give you a lot of energy,
Really?
and you're gonna be so nicely aroused. It's for the men. So I always say, if you're a man, you can take it with your drink, or you can just take it as a shot like that, and you are good to party. Brothers, I got your back. All right. Got your back, because sometimes you are there from golf and you get home, you just want to lay back and just relax and have your beer, and then Miguel is like, I want some, so you just take a shot of that and you are so good to go.
Really?
All right, yes. And then for the ladies, we've got our virgin our virgin wand. All right, so if it's one of those days you just want to surprise him, because sometimes I find women who say, I don't feel him anymore, I feel too wet, or I don't like my vaginal odor and whatever. So if it's those days when you just want to surprise him and you also want to have a very, very nice odor down there, we've got our nice virgin wand. Just dip it into the water and you put it in your vagina just up to that size, okay? For 15 to 30 seconds. Doesn't take long. You understand? And then from there, honey, you are nice and tight. You are good to go. And
You lie.
Girl, I kid you not.
No.
Okay? I bluff you not. It works. Okay? And if ever you find that you are feeling a little bit too tight, do have a lubricant close by so that you can easily glide in without any problem. Honey, it does this.
I feel like
so nice, and
I need a certificate after this.
Seconds. It takes seconds. That's what I'm saying. 15 to 30 seconds, not more. For others, even 10 seconds. Just count. Put it there. 1, 2, 3, 10. You're good.
What?
And you're good to go. And from there, you're so nice and snuggled, okay? And then if you know that you are working on your... It's made from actually very good herbs. So it's nothing chemically in here that's going to affect you. Because I said don't put anything that is going to be messing up with your vaginal pH. Okay. So this is very good for you. So this whole pack, if you have it, you kind of sorted. The other stuff, they just add additions. And there's always something new that you can bring in and incorporate and see how you can play around with it. Stick around with me. I'll give you some ideas of what else to bring, how you can use something else.
You know what?
To play. And
I think
just
after
have
this,
pleasure.
I need a certificate.
I
This
should
is
give
this
you-
is
yeah.
a full-on class.
It was.
And I'm definitely getting a session. I'm gonna book myself a session.
Do.
But
We're
I
gonna
want
have a
you
lot
to
of
tell
fun.
us, to tell our viewers more about your sessions. How
Yeah.
do they book for one, and what's the process? Because
Yeah.
I think now people are eager to know. I'm eager to know.
So with my sessions, I do group sessions, I do couple sessions, I do women's talks. If you book me, I'll come through, and then if you got a theme that you, or a certain topic you want me to touch on, then it will be tailor made that way. Otherwise, then I just cover everything like I did, and then after that, I will have an hour of sitting down where women can come to me and ask me personal questions, because not everybody wants to be asking questions in front of other people. And I also do private sessions where it can be a couple who come to my office, or it can be individuals who come to my office. So I do have different rates for things like that. I do also do online. We can either have a video call or we can do one-on-one. So also to just cater for people that are too far away
Yes.
out of the province to come to me.
Wow.
In terms of my products, you can either pick them up from my office or you can buy online. I think you will put everything on your Insta, all that information, and also my numbers. You use courier if you are out of the province, like I said. Otherwise, then you can just come pop into my office, and then you can be sorted out. And maybe you still have to, because some other people, they want tangibility, they want to touch and taste and feel and ask questions. So then you can come through, contact me anytime. So yeah, I had a good time with you. You are such a great sport. Got a great energy. We should do this.
Thank you so
again
much.
and again.
I don't know. I'm speechless. I feel like I'm having a tell someone moment. I feel like
Tell a friend.
Yes,
Let me tell you.
You know what? Yes, actually, to wrap it up,
gosh, yeah.
you know, for me, what I've learned in this whole thing is that sex toys are not just about pleasure. You know, people that are in the sex industry, not even sex industry. What would I?
Intimacy. Yeah.
Sex intimacy industry. You know, it's all about sexual education, and there's a lot to learn.
There is a lot more to it.
The toys, they go beyond what we think we know. It's about pleasure. Like, I didn't even know that you've got products ranging from bath to beauty to
foreplay, to all of these things. Yeah. I always say, my motto is say yes to pleasure, say yes to desire. You need to own that for yourself before you can ask for permission from other people. People will treat you the way you allow them to. So if you don't love yourself, they will love you to the level of where you love yourself. So learn to love yourself, and you have to be deliberate and do certain things and teach other people how to love you. So this is
there
the
we
part
go.
of it.
Learn to love yourself. Okay, so what is please share your Instagram or your social media handles.
My Instagram handle, is it address or handle? Is handle, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord. Ask me anything about this, I'll tell you. Is Fierce Moi by Jazmine. That's my Instagram. And then on Facebook, it's just Fierce Moi.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a page there. Just follow us as well. I also put some of the information if I'm running specials
we'll
there.
put it up on the
definitely
on the video.
Please do, yeah.
Wow.
Thanks.
Like I said, I'm definitely getting my session.
Yes. We need to cheers to that. We really had a good session. Thank you so
Cheers,
much.
cheers.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, wow. So there you have it. I mean, I think today's session was definitely very much sexual education and more about pleasure and everything else. And the last words being love yourself, you know. But we're gonna have her social media handles up on a video, and then book your sessions. I'm definitely getting mine. So I hope you enjoyed this session as much as I did. Ciao.